A man was bitten by a venomous snake and went into a state of apparent death. However, the medical examiner declared him dead and planned to perform an autopsy. At this moment, the man's mind was still functioning, and he could sense everything happening around him. The medical examiner prepared to cut open the man's abdomen with a pair of scissors. The man wanted to scream loudly, but he couldn't make a sound. The medical examiner accidentally spilled disinfectant powder on his face. At this point, he wanted to sneeze to prove that he was still alive, but his body showed no response. After the medical examiner took a photo of him, he cut open the man's pants, planning to take advantage of him once he woke up. The man was already cursing in his mind but couldn't do anything, just helplessly watching himself being dissected. Moreover, this medical examiner was only an intern, and he was treated as a practice subject. As the examiner was about to make the incision, a female medical examiner suddenly reminded him to carefully examine the bow. Again to confirm there were no signs of life, before proceeding. The examiner then started to inspect the man's leg. The man was very relieved, hoping that once the examiner checked his wound, he might be saved. However, due to the man's long leg hair, the examiner didn't look carefully and mistook the snake bite mark for a mosquito bite. At this moment, the man felt extremely speechless. Forget it, he just hoped the medical examiner would end his suffering quickly. However, the examiner took out a 30-centimeter glass rod. That's right, he wanted to perform a steel rod procedure on the man. The man didn't expect to endure such torment before dying. Once the examiner confirmed there were no signs of revival, he began the autopsy, and it seemed that the man couldn't escape from being stabbed. They peeled off his clothing, examined the cause of death, and soon the autopsy results were out. The cause of death was the autopsy itself. Just as they were about to immerse the man in formalin, another medical examiner rushed and he claimed to have found a venomous snake in the man's bag, indicating that the man was bitten by the snake, and might be in a state of paralysis. The female medical examiner quickly checked the man's groin, and indeed found evidence of a snake bite. She approached the man's chest and detected a faint heartbeat. However, as medical examiners, they